Good morning. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Who is online this time? Dr. Charles Apoki. How are you? Adoeriri, are you online? Ufoma Apoki, are you online? Raymond Orogu Ugbe, thank you for coming. I can see somebody. That's great. So glad to be with you this morning. I want to spend 1 hour discussing with you. Agogoria Mabel, God bless you. Good morning. I want to talk about creating wealth from skills and products. I'm going to Ute Okbu. Is it Ute Okbu or Ute Okbu? Near Owa Ilaro, that's a Coan's place. There's the Project Hope run by Reverend Okute, Bishop Okute. Beautiful place. He trains people, trains them free of charge, feeds them, accommodates them for 2 years, and then he sets them off or sends them forth. And I'm the guest speaker today for the graduation ceremony. I want to speak to them on creating wealth from skills and products. Raymond Orogu yesterday called me and gave me a lecture. Raymond is my PA. He's a PhD student of physics, electronics, and telecommunications at the Federal University of Petroleum Resources, EFUN. Very brilliant man, and he shares ideas with me. So he shared an idea with me that for you to create wealth, you need skills, you need time, and then you need money. And if you can synchronize these things together, then you can create wealth. Now, first thing you need to do about creating wealth, be proud of what you have. P number 1, be proud of what you have. You see, this cutoff mark issue and the course of study I talked about in the university recently can make people feel inferior and not value what they have. As you must have known, I studied medicine in the University of Ibadan, and it was supposed to be an elite course in an elite university. If it's in the United States, University of Ibadan will fall into the Ivy League category. Now, but some of the richest people that finished from government college Ugeli are not medical doctors, are not lawyers. Amina, good morning. Watching you from Belgium. Oh, that's great. God bless you. So, some of the richest people from government college Ugeli amongst the old boys were those who went to institutions that were not universities. One schooled at the Petroleum Training Institute, EFRUN. He acquired skills. One of my friends studied quantity surveying. He acquired skills. And so one of the things you must know is that it is not the school you attended, it's not the grades you made, it is the perspective that you have in life. Oh, my friend from the United Kingdom, God bless you. So, these people I'm going to speak to now, they have acquired skills, but they will be leaving that place with a sense of inferiority if I don't speak to them the way I want to speak to them. That you went to a polytechnic, you stopped at secondary school level, you made a 3rd class, you had an honorary pass, it's not important. Ganifawa Emi, I don't think he made the 1st class in the law school. So, the first thing is attach value to what you are doing. I'm not practicing medicine now. Whatever I am doing, I attach great value to it. For you to do well in life, do small things with great mindset. Handle small things with great mindset. Handle small things with great vision. Have a great vision. Your vision concerning what you are doing will determine your provision. I always give lectures to my Uber or Bolt or Taxify drivers. Don't feel inadequate that you are doing Uber, you are driving Bolt, or you are driving Taxify. See it that you are a transporter. Shekiri, thank you so much. Kate Okoro, thank you so much. So see it as a profession. Be professional in what you are doing. People make mockery of motivational speakers. I am not a motivational speaker. I am a developmental Christian. So I take myself very seriously, anything I do. So the next thing, apart from being proud of what you do and seeing yourself as a professional, know that people will patronize you based on some of the very things I'm going to say now. Number one, apart from seeing what you have as a potential that can manifest into something greater, that potential, you must have a perspective. Where do I want to go? You see, two lines that are parallel might not meet immediately. But when you look at two parallel lines over a long distance, there is a point of convergence. Emmanuel Adodo, thank you. Akinseye Oluwole, thank you so much. So, there's a point of convergence. When I started this ministry newly, people laughed at me that I'm quoting people, I am doing that, I'm doing that. Oh, a cat talk from United Arab Emirates. Good morning, God bless you. Salam alaikum. So, but at a point I told myself, I'm going to go global with what I was doing in a suburban economy. I was telling them as far back as 1998 that I will be in my house in Ugili and I will be reaching the global arena. So I had a global mindset in a local environment doing something locally. So you must have a global mindset. The next thing is that the perspective in whatever you are doing should be based on the following. Number one, you are not an entrepreneur, you are a businessman. An entrepreneur, there's a difference between entrepreneurship and being a businessman. An entrepreneur is a risk taker, like Elon Musk, like the man, the Virgin Atlantic man. They want to go to the moon, the Mars to stay there or whatever. They are not immediately pursuing profit. For a businessman, you are in business to make profit. You must have that in mind. Don't bring religion into it. Even Jesus, in the parable of talents, told the man, you should have given my money to the money lenders to make profit for me. Wow! Somebody's watching from India. Okay, Shella, okay. God bless you. So you must have the mindset you want to make profits. Jesus said you should have given my money to the money lenders so that I can make profit. Don't be shy about it. You are there to make profit. Oh, my friend from Burutu, Tam, I am there to make profit. And when you make profit, you must have a perspective to be financially independent. Richard Branson, yes. To be financially independent. I want to be financially independent so that I don't depend on people to earn a living. When I mean I don't depend on people to buy the clothes I want to wear, to drive the cars I want to drive. I'm able to speak the way I speak to authority, to government without fear. It is because they don't feed me. Financial independence. As a man, your wife will not respect you if you cannot meet her basic needs. Uzo, thank you so much from Italy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you can't provide for your wife, no person will respect you, Brendo Friday. They won't respect you. The Bible says, a man shall provide for his family. Whosoever does not provide for his family is worse than an unbeliever. Your message as a Christian will not make meaning despite your theology if you don't face reality that money is powerful. So don't be shy about making profit. So I wanted to be, wow, from Dutchland, great, Naji, my namesake Charles. I wanted to be financially independent in such a way that I only go to preach when I want to preach. I want to be financially independent. When I go for missionary works, I spend my money. I don't depend on them for their honorarium when I want to go and preach. When I went to Australia, I bought my ticket for 508,000 naira. I'm not sure they gave me up to $1,000. So, financial independence. The next thing is financial freedom. The ability to live the kind of life you want to live. Drive the kind of car you want to drive. Eat the kind of food you want to eat. Live in the kind of house you want to live in. I love staying in hotels. And when I wanted to build my house, I built it like a hotel. Each room has its own toilet and bath. And I have solar panels. I have standby generator. I have 24 hours electricity. I'm able to live the kind of life I would have lived anywhere else in the world that I have admired in Nigeria. Financial freedom to buy what you want to buy within reasonable limits. I'm not talking about conspicuous consumption and extravagance. Josiah, thank you so much. So, that should be your perspective in whatever you do. Chris Akpan, Ndemfo, Abasiri Onfio, have the perspective, I want to be financially independent. I'm living overseas. I want a situation that I don't need to work in old age. Because getting old overseas is not an easy thing. I want to be able to live the life that I can live with financial freedom. That should be the perspective. And it is very important no matter what you do. The next thing is to have a plan. Where to locate your business is important. If you go and sell shoes where Olumba, Obu, church members are present, you won't sell well because they don't wear shoes. It is better to sell white cloth in that place. You don't sell fishing nets in a desert. So, have a plan. I had a plan that by the time I reach this age bracket, I will go to work only when I want to go to work. I will go to places where I want to go to. So have a plan. A plan is a prophecy written down that you are ready to work hard to actualize. Makodi, Benue State, God bless you. Greet your governor for me. Great man. So have a plan. I started planning gradually. I knew that I needed to build a business. The Bible says, build your business first before you build your house. So I was a tenant, but I was building. I was buying real estate. My mates were buying cars. I was buying land. My mates were buying clothes. I was buying books. My mates were traveling overseas for jamborees. I was building a system and a structure here because I wanted that when they come back, I will not feel inadequate. And I was building a background of also sending my children over there to live and have the experience of living in an organized society, a decent society, having the best of education, having work experiences. I had to send my children, God bless you, Katie Kennis from Germany. I had to send my children to Europe. Then from Europe, I sent them to America to go and work so that they can get the experience of working in America. And I took my son to Romania. From there, he went to Germany where he's practicing the medicine I could not practice. I knew I didn't need to specialize. If I specialized, it would take me so much time to break the yoke of poverty that had oppressed my family. So, planning. I knew my intellectual capacity, but I also knew my limitation of sociology and management and administration. So I had to go and do business. I'm a master's in public administration at the age of 56. Okpeyemi Eshegonyo all the way from Abuja. Martin Njonga all the way from Germany. And Clement Egede from Sapele Delta State. That's one town I like coming to. I like staying in a Pimon's Hotel. Beautiful place. So, you have a plan. Then also know that you need prudence. When you earn money, you can't earn per month and spend per minute. No. You can't, oh, am I? How are you? That's great, Onyeka. You can't earn per month or earn per hour and spend per minute. People were making fun of me that I was frugal, making fun of me that I didn't dress well, making fun of me that I don't spend money, making fun of me that my wife does not dress well. But I knew where I was going to. I knew I needed to be frugal with my money. So note this. If you can get customers to buy something of 250 naira, please calculate it at home, wherever you are. If you can get somebody, if you can get 40 people to buy something of 250 naira from you for 20 days, for 1 year, for 10 years, please tell me what it is if you are following me. 250 times 40 times 20 times 12 times 10. Kate Okoro, thank you from Italy. Prince Theophilus from Italy, thank you so much. Oh, Abu Dhabi, God bless you. I stopped over there when I was going to Australia. Akintola Samson, God bless you. So, I'm waiting for the answer from you guys if you are following me. 250 times 40 times 20 times 12 times 10. I want the answer, please, if you are following me. I take it again. 250 times 40 times 20 times 12 times 10. Apostle Reo Kocha, God bless you. So, I've not gotten an answer, but the answer is 24 million. 24 million. It will shock you why you have not become a millionaire over the years. It just gets 40 people to pay you 250 naira for your product or your service, 20 days in a month, times 12 months in a year. Yes, you got it. I know it is the Obama that will get it very fast. 24 million. So just get 250 people just to pay you, 40 people to buy something of 250 naira times 20 days times 12 months times 10 years. It is 24 million. Now let's change it. If you can get 80 people to buy 250 for 20 days times 12 months times 5 years, you will get 24 million. If you can get 80 people to buy something of 500 naira for 40 days times 20 times 12 months times 2.5 years, you will get 24 million. So getting rich is just this common sense of perspective, productivity, and prudence, and then don't spend any money anyhow. I don't spend money anyhow. I don't attend ceremonies anyhow. People will send me invitation cards for their fathers and their mothers that died. Fine. Ceremonies anyhow. People will send me invitation cards for their fathers and their mothers that died. Fine. I sympathize with them. Most times I might not go. I just take 10,000 naira gift to them. I learned that from Gani Fawaimi. He said, I will not spend my time and my money at the same time. And I don't eat in public, I don't drink in public. So, I would prefer to give you the money after you have spent money when you are broke than for me to travel from here, go to the burial ceremony, sit down and spend the hours I will have used to broadcast to this number of people listening to me all over the world. So, have this plan, have prudence, build down, according to Charles Erazua now, have the following S's as in sales. Have a strategy, have a system, have a structure, then think about sustainability and seriousness. 5 S's. S number 1, have a strategy, have a system, have structure, be serious about your business, then think about sustainability. So, prudence. Don't spend money anyhow. If you have lived in Europe and you have lived in America, they don't spend money anyhow because the bills are expensive. They don't let water run anyhow overseas. They don't leave electric bulbs outside to be burning. Most of you who get money from your relatives overseas, you don't know how these people manage. You don't know how these people manage. They pay heavy bills, work 3 jobs, even in winter. And so overseas, people manage their money well. You can't leave your car engine steaming and you're telling stories. Somebody left my car on with air conditioning. You don't do that. So learn to be frugal, learn to manage your resources well, then learn to save. Always have reserve, because the blood of a business is money. When money is absent from a business, it will die of financial anemia and kwashiorkor. So the next thing you need, prudence. Don't invest anyhow. Somebody tells you invest 50,000 and you'll get 100,000. Is it possible? Are Nigerians so philanthropic and so altruistic that you will now give, they will now show you how they will make money? Have they told their own people? Has he told his family people before coming to tell you? I don't invest anyhow. I'm always very careful because earning that money was difficult for me. So be prudent in investment. Be prudent in who you bring into your life. Be prudent in who you relate with. I will not commit adultery, and I don't commit adultery because if I go and impregnate a young girl now, the number of people I will need to take care of will increase. I will not do adultery because how can I take you to a hotel and sleep with you, after sleeping with you, and now give you money, and now send you recharge card? Am I mad? I work for my money. So prudence. The next thing is patience. Every business that grows well takes time. Maize, okra, they mature very early, but oaks take 60 years to mature. A mushroom can mature in 6 hours, but an oak takes 60 years. Rats can get pregnant and deliver within 21 days or thereabout. A pig can get pregnant in 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, or 6 months, like that, and get pregnant and deliver. But an elephant gets pregnant for 22 months. 22 months. When an elephant baby is born, it frightens small animals. So incubate your business. Manufacture yourself before you market yourself. Be patient with yourself. Don't think that you have failed. Don't think that you have failed. So, be patient with yourself. Kate Okoro, thank you so much. Those of you that live abroad, those of us in Nigeria, we don't know how hard you work for your money. We don't know that when you send us $200, it is hours of work. We don't know the insults you take from foreigners, from the natives there. We don't know what you do. Some of the jobs you do there, we proud Nigerians, you are not willing to do them. But you do them and send money to people in the village and your communities, and they are not respectful towards you. It's very sad. It grieves my spirit. So, be patient with yourself. If you are not patient with yourself, you will start admiring others to the detriment of your business. I'm patient with myself. I am not Adeboye. I am not Oyedepo. I am not Kumuyi. It has taken them time to reach where they are. Otumba Skiller from Texas, thank you so much. It has taken people time to reach where they are. Some of those that you are admiring, their parents built these businesses and built this reputation over time. You can't be admiring the man of a house on the rock. What's his name? Adefarasin. His father was a justice. His mother was president of Nigerian Christian Women's Societies. You can't just admire Ashimolowo. I want to be like him within a short while. When he went to London, where were you? You can't admire Adeboye. I want to be like him and start quoting him and behaving like him within, and you think that in 10 years you want to be like Aketo Koro Brendo, my dear daughter. So, my dear sister, you don't want to admire him and negate yourself. Be patient with yourself. It takes time. Canopies are easy to build, But story buildings take time. Number 2, be patient with your customers. Customers can be very irritating. Be patient with your clients, particularly if you function in places like the Niger Delta, where we know how to yab. We can be very, they carry last, we can be patient with them. It is the money you need. You be patient with them. Be patient with old people. When you repair vehicles for old people, take time to explain to them. Be patient with women. They price for long. They haggle. Not be 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira, 1,000 naira. Uncle, do you have the green one? Be patient with them. If you see the Igbos doing business, they are patient with you. But we have Yanga market somewhere. It has not grown. Yanga market, it has not grown. Because you can't do Yanga for somebody's money. If you treat your customer like trash, you can't get his cash. Because the man's cash is from his sweat. His sweat is his blood. And his blood is his life. So the man is giving you part of his life. So treat it with respect. Be patient. Then be patient with God. All these preachings we preach, we motivational speakers, receive it right now. This is your year of double honor. That you shall be the head and not the tail. It's not as easy as that, brethren. It takes time. It takes effort. You need to be patient with God. God has to prove that you can handle greatness before he gives it to you. If not, it will kill you. There was a time when I started this power ministry, when I was doing power ministry, I saw a cripple in a Food Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship meeting in Aba. I wanted to try my anointing. I went and prayed for the cripple. The man didn't walk. The man was using crutches. Even the good leg nearly got spoiled. And I just carried my Bible and left. I said, after all, I'm not a pastor. Nobody knows where I come from. But God told me, he said, I asked him, God, why didn't the girl walk? He said that you don't have the shoulders to carry the fame yet. That if that person had walked, the demand on you will have crushed you. So I was patient. Took time before somebody walked in the hospital. Somebody who was paralyzed walked in the hospital. So it takes time. If you treat men like trash, you can't get their cash. If you treat men like royalty, you get their loyalty. You get their loyalty. So, maybe I can understand what you guys go through in Italy. I can understand. It's not easy. It's not easy to live overseas. It's not easy to walk overseas. It's not easy to send money from overseas to people here and then they misbehave with the money. So be patient with God. God knows how to take you to where he wants to take you. I didn't get to this level overnight. I had to study, read, and all that. So be patient with yourself and be patient with God. The next thing is positioning. Try to position yourself in such a way that people can reach you easily. If people find it difficult to reach you, it will be difficult for them to patronize you. Don't follow we preachers that John the Baptist was in the wilderness and people were going to meet him there because of his anointing. Let me tell you the truth of the matter. If there was a John the Baptist in Jerusalem, no person is ready to pay transport to go and meet John the Baptist in the bush. So better place yourself where people can easily reach you, where people can easily patronize you. Don't locate a business on the 3rd floor in a building that has no lift and expect old people to patronize you. They won't come. That's why you see Anglican churches, Catholic churches, Baptist churches are located where people can easily reach them. CMS Bariga, Presbyterian Yaba, the Methodist and the Baptist churches in Akpakpava, the Anglican church in Akpakpava, the ones near the hospital, they locate them. The Catholic church near the market, the Baptist church near the market, the ones in Abba, CKC, on Abba, like that. Assumpta in Owerri, they locate them where people can easily reach them. If you go and locate your business off My school would have done much better if it was along the road. It took me great effort and publicity for people to know where my school is. And sometimes when they come there, they don't know, they will say, we don't know that a school like this exists. So, place your business where people can easily reach you. The next thing is packaging and branding. Don't give your business a long name. Somebody gave the name of his church was Get Right with God Evangelical Association. Get Right with God Evangelical Association. How would an old woman call the name of that church? Get Right with God Evangelical Association. Deeper Life, Winners Chapel, Redeemed, CGM. So give names that people can easily pronounce and remember. Coca-Cola, Lipton, Cadbury. So give simple names. My school, Petra. So when you say Petra, when they see me, they will Oga Petra. So the name should can easily be pronounced. Let there be visibility. If you see anywhere in the world, the sign of McDonald's is very visible. KFC is very visible. Nando's in South Africa, very visible. Chelerams in some countries, very visible. Create visibility in your packaging. Let your packaging be very attractive. Moody Africa made a set of clothes for me, and the packets was so beautiful that when people saw me carrying it, they liked it. The aroma from inside the carton that he used to bring the cloth for me. As I was lecturing, I gave it to my students to sniff. By the time they returned it, they had finished, they had sucked all the aroma out of it. Package. Ndi Igbo si anya na-eri ihe tutu ọnụ na-eri. Ndi Igbo si anya na-eri ihe tutu ọnụ na-eri. He said the eyes eat before the mouth. Yoruba people say the food when go belleful person na eye dem take dey know am. Most people buy emotionally. So package your stuff in such a way that people will be attracted towards it. Then package in such a way that the thing will be durable. One of my young friends, Sonny Oyorokos, he sells snails to frozen snails to different parts of the country, sends fried snails to different parts of the country. He packages them in such a way that the snails will reach wherever they are going still fresh. I was in an airport in Nairobi by 2 a.m. and planes had come from the UK to carry flowers from the roses from Nairobi to London. And they packaged them in such a way that the products will not be destroyed. The products will still be fresh. Packaging of apples and all that. Packaging is not being fake. Packaging is your logo, writing on it what it does, your contact address, how people can reach you, and then to preserve the product so that the product can reach where it is going to safely, and then in such a way that the person is even willing to keep the carton, and somebody is likely to ask when they see the carton. Packaging. Then apart from packaging, create a brand. What is a brand? The brand is the discussions you regularly generate concerning yourself. I deliberately created this brand. I deliberately decided to think contrary to most pastors. I don't run a church. I deliberately created this brand of appealing and speaking to the minds of people, stimulating their interest towards development and entrepreneurship. So I was telling the man I am with in the room here now, first time I was telling him that give and it shall be given unto you, but getting comes before giving. If you don't get, you can't give. To him who has, more will be given. So the secret is having. But what do you really give? Is it only offerings? No. It is not offerings you give. What you give, Agofure gives transport mobility, he gives services, then people pay him in return. And so if you must be rich, you must do the following ends. For those of you who have been living, who have been studying with me. Number 1, give, oh, I like this, dig your well before you are thirsty. Wonderful. Some wells need to be very deep, like the well in John chapter 4 that Jesus drank water from, was given to Jacob, was given to Joseph. Joseph was born in 1704 BC, and that well was 138 feet deep when it was excavated in 1945. So dig deep wells before you start getting thirsty. So that's powerful. I learned that now. So generate when you relate with your customers, number 1, leave a memory with them. Leave a memory with them. Let them always remember something about you. Leave a memory with them. When you eat some meal somewhere, the taste will still be there. Leave a memory of the way you handle them well. I was discussing with people somewhere. I went to a dental clinic to do scaling and polishing because I smile a lot and I don't want yellowish dentition. So I went to do scaling and polishing. There was a young girl there before me. She was very religious and all that, and very religious, as if she was the only one that would go to heaven. But suddenly a young lady also came in. She just filled the room with her presence. Doki, how are you? This, that. And she dressed well and all that. Then she said, make we just run the S&P. My brain told me scaling and polishing. I mean, are you go runner? The other one said, make you runner. So she did my dentition the way she was doing it very well. She didn't have body odor. Her perfume was close to my body. She was doing it. I told her, this mouth, when you they squeeze up and down, so you they tear them up and down. So now I think they talk for radio. Now this mouth, I think they speak to the whole world. He say, Austin, I'm doing it so that your voice can be louder and you can smile well. When I finished, I gave her money because her presence left a memory in my mind. Always leave a good memory with your customers. Number 2, make a mark on their lives. The language of great performance and wealth is wow. Wow. Don't let somebody leave you the way he met you. Leave a mark. Let the person go home with part of you. That part of you will keep speaking in the mind of that person, and the person will keep coming back. That's the problem we have in Nigeria. We don't care. Our governors don't care. Our presidents don't care. There's fuel scarcity. The man who is in charge of Ministry of Petroleum, which is the president, has traveled to London for his health care. The wife is living in Dubai, and they have left us here to suffer. I bought fuel 230 naira per liter, put in my car. The car is misfiring now because most probably I bought the contaminated fuel. They don't care. Our leaders in Africa don't care. They don't care. And you as a married woman, as much as possible, leave a memory in your husband. When your husband, leave a memory in your husband. When your husband is going out, give him a peck. Take him to Jerusalem at night and leave a memory in him. Give him something that he cannot get outside. Package yourself very well. I perfume myself when I'm going to bed, so that when my wife turns to embrace me, I'm a sweet-smelling sacrifice with a good savour. See, when she embraces me, I shave my beard because beards prick the back of the neck of women. They are like pins. So I shave my beard. I cut my fingernails so that I don't injure her when I'm caressing her. Leave a memory. When you leave a mark and leave a memory, you discover that the persons will keep coming back. Then save the people money. If you save people money, then you can be rest assured that they will keep coming back because people want to save money, particularly women. If you give a woman something as a gift, she will want to, as much as possible, come back. So leave a memory, leave a mark, let them make money, then generate momentum. When you make them generate momentum, they leave your place with a spring. Let somebody have value more value for his or herself when they live where you are. Let me talk about husband and wife a little bit more. Don't just serve your husband food. If you want to serve your husband food, package yourself well. If it is dinner, you must have that seductive nightgown. That, you see, there's no ugly woman. It is a matter of packaging. Just package yourself well, perfume yourself well, catwalk towards him, present the food. Don't just give him rice, like plain rice. Slice the tomatoes, arrange the tomatoes like a heart in the center of the rice, consecrate the corner with vegetable, then baptize it with something else. And you'll see that when the husband eats, he will be whistling. If you give him good food like that, he will keep coming home for break. And at night, don't let him be the one that is always making move towards you. Sometimes make move towards him. All these girls that seduce us, they make moves. They try their luck. He is your husband. Give him something. Give it to him, baby. There's no meter, you don't pay for it. Give it to him, baby. And the man you'll see that the next morning when you ask for money, he gives you money, baby. When you deprive him of climbing the Mount Sinai, of climbing to go and see Moses, or climbing to go and hear from God. You know, men, when they come from Jerusalem, they hear from God. You know, we preach better after you understand that Abraham, Chuku, thank you, I'm communicating positively. I'm speaking your mind. When the men come down from Jerusalem, their anointing increases. It increases. And you will see them, when you ask for money the next day, money comes out more easily. And if you deprive him of going to Jerusalem or being a pilgrim, by the time you ask for money the next morning, he will spark like electric wire. Brrr. So as much as possible, leave a good memory in the mind of your husband. Let me move on so that you don't say I'm corrupt. Okay. Packaging. Then pricing. Don't price yourself too low. If you price yourself too low, people will think that your product is fake. The next thing is that if you price yourself too high, people might not be able to reach you and buy from you. So give an average price. The next thing is that select a portion, a portion of the pyramid of society that you want to function. Society is arranged like a pyramid. At the top are people like Mark Zuckerberg, the very elite, the very rich. At the middle are people like us who drive second-hand cars. We call them new cars. Buy second-hand car and dedicate them in church. Me, I don't dedicate any car that Oyibo man has driven. The car no kill the Oyibo man. Now me go come kill. So, then those are the base of the pyramid who live on less than $2.5 a day. Those people that live on the base of the pyramid, according to Professor C.K. Prahalad of Michigan University. Oh, my dear daughter-in-law, Mirella Apoki. The topic is creating wealth from skills and products. Creating wealth from skills and products. So, Mirella, I'm so grateful. You are one of my very few fans from the family, yourself and your husband. God bless you. So, as I was saying, the base of the pyramid has 4.5 billion human beings out of the 7.5 billion human beings in the world at that time. So if you can create proper business and products for them, you will be rich. That's why you see in Nigeria, things are sold in sachets, small sachets, small ones, so that the poor can buy. Because the poor are consumers. They like to spend money on consumables. The poor likes to drink his tea in a big jug. The poor likes to add more sugar to his tea. The poor will pour a whole tin of milk. When the poor wants to use a toothpaste, he will put the toothpaste from the beginning of the brush to the end. Half of it will fall out of his mouth. So, you must target the base of the pyramid if you are in a third world nation like Nigeria. That's what the Chinese have done. They produce braziers, consumable generators for the base of the pyramid. The Americans were producing for the elite. The British were producing for the elite. But the Chinese produced for the base of the pyramid. That's why their economy has grown, has flourished. The pyramid. That's why their economy has grown, has flourished. So, pricing. Pricing. The next thing is people. You definitely will need people. Jesus told his disciples, say, when you go into a city, look for a worthy man. A city or a village, look for a worthy man. Your network will determine your net worth. Your network will determine your net worth. And at the same time, when you build a net worth, it will determine your network. So build a net worth. Be a man of value. Then people will associate with you who are of value. You see, the reason some of these churches you admire, like in Winners Chapel, Christ Embassy, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, they targeted the elite. People who have disposable income, people who have knowledge, people who have skills. It is easier to pray for such people to become rich than to pray for somebody at the bottom of the pyramid. Before you pray stupidity, pray rascality, pray family background. Out of that, you will be Mohammed Al-Hassan. Thank you so much. You said the old age video brought me here. Thank you, thank you. I made up my mind that I will share the secrets of my life with my generation, because we in Africa, we die with our experiences, we die with our knowledge, we don't share with others. So, thank you so much that it made value to you. Please always call others to like my page and to subscribe to this channel. So, if you live near a madman who is singing Ungongo Jurejuna Moto, Jurejuna Moto, Ungongo, Ungongo, after 21 days, when you are washing clothes, you will hear, you will start doing, Poverty and stupidity are more infectious than Omicron COVID. So, when you deliberately, intentionally seek customers of value and render services of value, you will increase in value and you will get wealthy. Intentionally do that. You intentionally do that. King Ambitious, thank you. You say my teachings have been helping you in your business. Thank you so much. Robert Eyire, thank you so much. So, intentionally. Ebuka Anaso, thank you. You said the old age video also brought you here. I'm so glad you are here. So glad to hear from you. Oh, West G, right from NSAS time. Thank you so much. You guys make life worth living for me. So, another person amazing old age video. Thank God, all of us will get old and enjoy our old age. Good morning. Thank you, Frank Agbo. Christian Bobby, thank you for coming online. So, pricing. And you need people, the right people. Colin Powell said, all plans are good, strategies are good, but people will eventually determine the outcome of your plans and your strategy. If you employ people who have not managed their lives well, they will help you destroy your business. Because stupid people don't want to be like you. Stupid people don't want to be better than you. Stupid people need you to be like them to have an excuse for their failures. So, if you want to employ a driver, look at his dressing. I have 7 drivers. There's one particular one that is very neat. He's dressing very neat. So my vehicles are also very neat. Have the right people, work with the right people, deliberately seek the right customers. Then there's something called presentism. Presentism is present plus ISM. Excuse me. Thank you, Eson, for coming. So, Robert Eyire, that old age video. Thank you. Help me share it so that we can learn. I got a call from Lokoja today concerning the same old age video. That's interesting. Ironically, I recorded it the same spot where I recorded that NSAS video of the way the oligarchy fight. So, presentism. I learned this from Sir M.O. Okeya, the CEO of Epini Hotel in Ughelli. He said that presentism is the effect of the presence of the owner of a business in relation to his customers to get customer care and to get customer care and service that will lead to productivity. So be there in your business. Attend to the little details that these young boys and young girls you have employed cannot do. You be there. You see, the man that has the vision has to provide the supervision. It is you that has the vision. So you have to provide the supervision. Supervision. Asemota, thank you. Thank you. You have to provide the supervision. Even if a mechanic is working your car, you need to be there because you know what you need. In Nigeria in particular, people say it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No worry. You're not going to do anything. And that's why they are where they are. You must provide the supervision. If not, your money will get stolen. Customers will be treated shabbily. Some of the hotel receptionists are so rude. There was one hotel I used to go to at Aba. One of the girls in the front desk, not fine. I like beautiful ladies even though I don't commit adultery. If I want to pay my money, let me see something beautiful. When a beautiful woman serves you food, it makes more meaning. So a well-dressed woman. This girl was not beautiful. She was in the front desk. I will tell her, I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a reservation here. She will be talking with another person. Talking. Then after some time, Gini ki kuru. Me, Gini ki kuru. You're asking me Gini ki kuru. Gini buahagi. What kind of nonsense is that? So, and I'll not say Dr. Apoki. It will say Awoki, Adoki. Nothing irritates somebody as much as when you pronounce his name very wrongly. And then she will squeeze her face and all that. I stopped going to that hotel until they sacked her. And the lady in charge was my friend, but I couldn't complain. So you must be there. Don't be a director and a managing director when you are not managing to give direction. You must manage people, give them direction. Give them direction. Give them direction. The average person working for you does not want you to prosper. He sees as if you are using him to make wealth for yourself. So compel him to fit to your standard. Compel him to fit to your vision. A lot of the people running hotels have not stayed in hotels. I've stayed in hotels all over the world. I stayed in Stanley Hotel. It was established in 1902 in Nairobi. The bed sheets are still clean. The towels are still clean. If you want to get somebody's money, treat him well. That's why I like the Igbos. The Igbo man that wants your money in Onitsha, as you have landed, is in the shop. Hey, Okechukwu, gachota ofuma tukejiro ofuma. Yeah. Okechukwu, run and get one cold malt. He knows that you have come from a long distance, so you will sit down. He will give the malt that is going to be bought from somewhere very far. They will bring the malt for you. You will drink. Meanwhile, he has been discussing with you, and then he will give you a price. He's patient with you. After you finish buying, he will tell Okechukwu, put in here Ganime Moto. Okechukwu will carry the thing to the place, and then you will go and he will drop the thing in your car or whatever in the public place. Then after some time, he will call you back. Mommy, have you reached home? Drive your business. Don't let people who have no business drive your business. You cannot outsource your destiny to somebody who has not managed his life well. King Ambitious, you know me very well. You know me very well. Thank you. Oh, I was your student from the very beginning of Petra Christian Academy. Wow, I'm so excited. Where are you now? I'm so excited. Remember, we are the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We've only improved. We are still doing what we set out to do in Ughelli, raising a new generation and creating entrepreneurs. So, presentism. Don't have the opposite of presentism is presentism. Presentism is you are there, but you are not there. Your presence is not felt. The business can be going bad and you are telling stories. Business can be going very bad, you are gisting. You are just there to make money. If you don't make a mark, make a meaning, leave a memory, manage well, your money will disappear very soon and you discover that you are alone. So the next thing is publicity. If you are doing a business without publicity, you are like a young man winking to a girl in the dark. You can see the way I'm winking my eyes. If you are winking to a girl in the dark, it is only you that knows what you are doing. Nobody else knows what you are doing. So you are just winking in the dark. So you man will say customer service is key, and the typical Igbo man knows that. Yes, so I'm an Igbo man in the spirit realm. If there is Igbo quarter in heaven, that's where I want to stay. My friends will be there. So if you are not publicizing your business, you are like somebody. Oh, Tony Prince, my brother, all the way from Lagos, we've been together over the years. Thank you so much. I appreciate the Lord, the bishop and the Lord. Thank you so much. So you must be there. You don't be in your business place and you're not showing any effect. When I enter my school, everything rearranges itself. Even if they were doing eye service, if immediately I come there, they know that the man has come. Don't treat your business with levity. If you treat your business casually, you will be a business casualty. Publicity. Then the next thing is projection. Where do you want to be? I was in Ughelli and I was doing business, doing ministry. It got to a point, and I said, I want to be a global citizen. I had wanted to be a global citizen right from childhood. And I told somebody, I don't want to be speaking to churches alone. I want to be speaking to corporate organizations, because I had gone to do a master's in public admin. And I made 10 A's. So I went to UBA to speak to them. And I told them that was the last time I was going to speak to them, because I will be so busy in the global arena, I will not have time to speak to them. They thought they were doing me a favor. One of the things I learned in life is learning to move on before people get tired of you. Learning to move on before people tell you to get away. So, have an exit plan. So, I have this projection. And I discovered that I needed to reach the global arena. How? Raymond Orogun Ugbe had taught me about the church without walls, breaking the barrier of space and time. So I found out that if I remained in Ughelli and I'm not running a church, I just go around all these pastors, you preach in their churches, some of them will not like what I'm saying, they will not invite you again, they will give you one miserable offering, they will say, may the Lord go with you, as if I came with Satan. So I decided to globalize myself, and the COVID pushed me into it. I never knew the power of this handset with internet connectivity. So I started doing videos in the farm fellowship, doing videos. But as I was doing the videos, I had in my mind that people will connect with me globally. So the projection, I was developing global content in a local environment and broadcasting from the bush in a local environment. And because I had a projection of becoming global, people started, borderlessness. People started calling me, relating with me. The buildings I'm building, I get donations from overseas. It's not the money. How much do I make in Ughelli? I get donations, contributions from overseas. Somebody heard me, took me to Lagos, I spoke, opened doors for me. Now, you must have this projection. And today, if you are not making use of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram to project your business, to project your brand, you are not yet serious. Today, the world is a global street. If you scream in the beginning, somebody will hear you. I'm screaming in Okowa's town now, and you are hearing me from Italy, from all over the world. Today, if your God is the owner of the whole world, if he holds the whole world in his hands, don't die a local citizen. You have the whole world also in your phone. Now, the world exists in 3 realms today. You have the spiritual realm, where you have witches and wizards and demons, angels, and the Holy Spirit. Then there is the physical world, where you have human beings and all that. But there is the virtual world. The virtual world, demons don't operate there. Electricity will shock them. The witches don't go to the virtual world. So in the virtual world, the internet world is a physical manifestation of what happens in the spirit realm. I pray here, God hears me in heaven. I'm seated here in a chair in this hotel, but I'm seated with Christ in heavenly places. I'm seated here in this hotel, but I'm in your phone discussing with you. The internet is a replication of the spirit realm in your phone. Inside this room I am now, there is CNN here, there are pictures here, there are things here. Once I have the software and data and application on the right phone, I can download them. In the internet realm, you are so powerful, the social world, according to West G. You are so powerful. You can connect with people you have never met, meet people you will never meet, get finances from people. In fact, most of the real estate I sold online. So, projection. You want to die a local citizen? You want to die in your congregation when your generation is waiting for you? You want to die in your denomination when the nations are waiting for you? Live a life without borders, according to Ikechukwu. God bless you. I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. It's been a great time with you. I feel highly fulfilled and highly blessed. Please, you can continue the discussion with me on Facebook, on Messenger, on my WhatsApp number. God bless you.